Hello and welcome to episode 7 of our Timberborn update for hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last time around we got to some industrial foods right here with our corn rations, and we have a couple more on the way for our eggplants, and also algae that we're currently growing in our hydroponic garden, and we also have mushrooms coming out of our hydroponic garden. Those are being processed over here in the fermenters along with our cassavas and our soybeans. And we've got a pretty good handle on food. We do have a 1,600 of it stored up right now. And we've got a decent handle on water as well. Planted some more mangrove trees last time around. A couple of them are still growing. So suffice to say, I think we are pretty well set for at least the time being on food. And to some extent water, but there's always room for more stuff for us to do. And last time around, I did say that we were going to mess with this area right here, try to dam this up so we can generate some power and also have some water retained. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to want to do. I want to just go ahead and build this all the way up here and put in floodgates at the top. We'll have to research those, of course. But behind the floodgates, I'm going to want to put in a couple of these large water wheels. It's kind of hard to show exactly what I'm getting at without stuff in the correct spot, but we'll put these behind the floodgates so that way we can shut the floodgates and retain water for the purposes of pumping or keeping land green, and then lower the floodgates to generate some power. And of course, eventually, gravity batteries up here and all of that good stuff. But of course, it does start with putting levees down below, and this is going to be kind of a gargantuan project here, because it's a whole lot of building. We're going to have to probably have them come from the top down, but of course can't do anything without having this actually, you know, set up correctly. So I'm thinking that might be about how high we want things to go. Water will also go out this way, and we'll want to probably come up here as well. But for the time being, we can at very least get started with this and see about how our water wheel is going to fit into this equation. Because if we put it right about level here, most of the water that's actually going to come out will end up going through at the correct height. We just have to, of course, have stuff set up. If we put it here, it's going to be probably too low. Here would be the perfect height. It's just not currently set up for that to really work for us. So to that end, I think we want to go ahead, leave this like that. I kind of want to leave this set up right here just so we can have some volume of water in case we have to come in and put a pump in. So we'll probably just leave that like it is and then put in platforms underneath to hold up our water wheels. We'll see. But we can at the very least get them going on building up here, which is probably going to want to, I guess, it's not like it really matters, all things considered. But we should probably just end up going up this way. I do miss my ladders. I know that the ladders mod apparently has been updated, but this is a vanilla playthrough after all. Actually, maybe we want to come in from the other side. We should probably start at the top and work our way down. Probably makes the most sense. So we need them eventually to be up here, which means this needs to be too high right there. We can go one more here and then rotate. There we go. World's worst set of stairs here. But that'll get them up there at least. We do have, should have all the planks and all the logs necessary to build pretty much all of this right now. We just need our builders to, you know, do their thing. And we do actually have a surplus of beavers, so that's working in our favor as well. Of course, 17 days left in the drought. We do need to make sure we keep an eye on our water situation, but stuff is looking just fine. I don't think we have any cause for concern. Trees are growing, well, they're growing well enough. You can just say that. Just make sure we keep an eye on our mangroves here. I don't think we're going to run out of water, but if we do, we can plop this on for a little bit and keep them hydrated. Another thing that people brought up as a concern is that this and this section are not connected power-wise because the paper mill does not receive power through the front window, which is not something I knew. I just figured it would, you know, work because everything else did. So I think what we're going to end up having to do here is putting in, because I don't want to get rid of this barrier right here, because I don't want the water coming this way. I want it to keep going that way so we can feed our water wheels. Guess we'll just have to put in something like this and have this end up working like so. I actually should probably prioritize this one heaviest right now. So look at that taken care of. Fix our power connection between these two things. That will bridge the gap even if this doesn't. Should take care of everything. And of course we have to put something here as well. So right now this isn't connected to anything because we were going to put in one of our other buildings here. I'm also going to go ahead and pause the coffee brewery because we don't have treated planks. So we don't need to worry about building that one. But buildings we can put right here, and the 4x2 blocks are, of course, wood workshop, which we were planning on doing eventually, and the printing press, which I was planning on doing sooner. But as these things go, you kind of can't control what gets done where, well, you can, but the point being it's not always the order and the way that you want it to happen, so we're going to have to just keep an eye on that stuff as it progresses. I don't think there's anybody that isn't working that should be working based on availability of things that are not flooded. But we'll check anyway. I guess we could hire some more guys in our farmhouse. Yep. Take care of that. Food factories haven't been built yet, so that's okay. Hauling post is fully staffed. Everything is looking, well, except for stuff that's paused, everything is looking pretty good. I guess we could go ahead and unpause this other scavenger flag. And that will leave us with one extra beaver. Alright, good. That's taken care of, and they're starting on that one over there. I'll just make this a 4-way, because why not? You idiot. How in the world do they always manage to do this? You absolute fools. Alright, get your buddy unstuck. We don't have the luxury of just killing beavers as much as we might want to. There you go. Good job. Oh, now you're stuck, you genius. I swear to God. Beavers are so dumb. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now we have to have that one built so this guy doesn't... Oh, and he's hungry too. Okay. Perfect. Alright, we'll pop this in. Of course, these aren't turning because they're not occupied. There we go. Yeah, make sure those are all prioritized by haulers, and they are. Alright, so now everything is fully connected. Even if they don't glow at the same time, they are part of the same power delivery network. Theoretically. Yeah, I think these are all connected. If we unpause it, yeah, it gets power. Good. Alright, so now they're in here putting all of these fun things in. which is going to be interesting because these are not going to be able to go up any higher because we have to put our floodgates once we research. I don't think we need triples. We can just probably be fine with doubles based on the height of all of this stuff. We can't really be worrying about that, but what we can do is we can start getting some of these trees harvested up here. That's always something that we can do. That guy can, he can reach a little bit further than I thought. But point being, we're going to have to start putting in these platforms to make sure we can have everything set up. And let's just take another second here to, yeah, so this actually needs to be up one more level. So we do have to have, at minimum, platforms going up here. Probably for the sake of water containment, this needs to be levees. Or we can blast this out. I think we'll just put levees here. It's probably the easiest thing to do. Try and direct the water a certain way. Now, I think we can get this done without having to have anything underneath the wheels, and I would kind of prefer it that way, not to have anything underneath. So what we'll end up doing is we still have to have the floodgates in front of it, of course. So we'll have to build platforms for our beavers to access things anyway, but go ahead, double floodgates is the one we want. These can go all the way across, and by all the way across I mean not here and not here. Just these. Oh. All this stuff dried out and died. Wow, some player I am not even recognize any of this. Well, that's annoying. This is what I get for being distracted. Well, we have plenty of food, we have plenty of water. It just sucks that all of this has to start over again. Oh, man. Sometimes I wonder if I am actually sane. Well, that at the very least is mostly fixed. We can turn these off after they, actually fill up. Oh, is this actually full? Okay. Alright, then that one's done. If this is actually full, that one's done. This one is, well, it's full enough. This one and this one probably need to stay on for at least a little while. Man, I made a mess, didn't I? Yeah, these need to be levees. As does this. Which means we need to have access to the back side of that. That's going to be... that's going to be annoying to build. I'll build all that. Unless we come in from the front side, that might actually be preferable to do that, because we can get down here and build up from the bottom. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up having to do. Makes more sense than building from the backside. Okay, so he's all done. That means he can go bye-bye. Alright, is there anything else that's currently dying that I need to know about? These trees are going to die in 11 days. The drought is going to end in 11 days. So that's not ideal. Coffee bushes look cool and they're fully grown. The berries, or I guess that would be the beans. I don't really know much about how coffee works. Farmhouses seem to have mostly recovered. Aside from, we're going to be out of raw food in a very short period of time. Gather flag is full of coffee beans as it can be, because we can't do anything else with it quite yet. Alright, I'm going to pause these 3 for right now, just so we don't have to have our beavers go all the way across creation trying to take care of stuff. But now that this is in place, we can start building that. They'll also build this one and then the level above. And I'm kind of hoping they'll build this one too. I'm going to get rid of that. Too far from a district, huh? Well, we can unplant it. It's going to take it a long time, though. Well, now I'm wondering, can we even finish this in 10 days? So now I'm going to be paranoid about having the crops all dry out. So this needs another little droplet of water over here. You know, I probably can actually separate or stop separating these. Have everything flow back through there. Just rip that band-aid off all at once. And put in our platforms here. Yeah, let's just prioritize that so they can actually get to the farms. But that should help that quite a lot. I'm going to pause this guy, because now this shouldn't dry out. This one might be also okay. Yeah, they'll take care of that, and then we'll put another layer here. And then I think we can probably be fine putting in, yeah, actually another 3 spot here. Should be okay. We'll just have to do some sort of crazy amount of stairs to get up here. Man, I miss my ladders. But a vanilla playthrough is a vanilla playthrough. If for no other reason than to be clinically insane and not install mods that are actually working right now. You know how we do things here. It is a good thing, though, that we had these food things already stored up, because boy, was that going to be a disaster if we hadn't taken care of that correctly. Now, I think once we have here, I think they can build diagonally that way. We just have to be able to get our guys up there. They should be able to build almost all of these blocks except this one right there, once we have this all taken care of. Boy, every time I do this without ladders, it just makes this look more and more stupid, doesn't it? Alright, so that's to build the front face of the dam. We'll only be able for the time being until we have structure up here. I think it should still let us actually get some water outside here. This is going to be a 7 wide? Yeah, that should be enough for me to do one of these here, and then another one here, and then another one over here like this, if I can get everything lined up the way it's supposed to be. So what we'll do back here is the much more reasonable, just bridging this gap by itself. No, I didn't want to put that there. Put that on that side, and then this right here, stairs up here. Take this out. Actually, no, those stairs should not have been removed. I have bad depth perception. But that'll take care of that. And then all we need to do is get ourselves... Checking the crops again, so I'm not... Yeah, so these died, but there's nothing I can do about that. The water is not high enough to sustain it. That's fine. We kept most of this. That was the goal after all. I think they're able to do all this, are they? Yeah, okay, good. They can actually reach this. That is what I wanted all along. Alright, so we have to be able to put in some sort of a support structure right here. I think it needs to be, is that going to be the correct height? Those right there? I think so. Yeah, so that's exactly what I wanted to do with that one right there. And then this other one will have to go right here once this tree is removed. Although that's an oak, so it really should be cut down, which means we need to have our... Yeah, this guy can come right back there. They are going to build this first, though, which is nice. So once they figure everything else out, this should be a pretty much a slam dunk to get this built relatively quickly. Having this in place is really going to help. And of course, we can deconstruct all of these platforms and reuse 75% of those materials, which is going to be really nice. Now, of course, we're waiting on algae and canola oil, which I guess... Do we just not have enough canola? Because it all went bad. That's right. Well, most of this will be ready to go in about 2-3 days, and then we can see what happens there. So all of these will be able to chain together, and then we just have to get the power down from the mountain, which I'm envisioning is just going to end up being passed down through... I believe the housing still conducts... well, it's not electricity, but you get the idea. If that still conducts the power, then we can just put a couple of these row houses in. We have the space for it. We have the ability to do that. So if we, in fact... did put these guys, just a couple of them, right here. Like so. Yeah, we'd actually want that to be like so. Then come in the side. Boy, it sure would be nice if I could know for sure if this actually conducted any sort of power. Alright, now this can... 18 well-being. Nice. Alright, so as soon as they start harvesting all of this stuff, we can keep using that. Make sure we mark all of these for cutting up here. He's only going to be able to get to, well, until this is built, he can't get to anything. But I have faith that our beaver builders will get the job done. How are we looking on water level here? Looking just fine. Soybeans being harvested. This is already dry. Wow. Alright, well, we'll just dump some more water in there because, well, you know how we roll. Pause that because I don't think we need to worry about it at this point anymore. We're all hungry, but why? We have tons of food. Wow, we really do have tons of food. Except mangrove fruits for some reason. We got beavers in here already. Very nice. Then, of course, we'll have to have our, well, everything else routed through here like we normally would. Is that actually land it's sitting on back here? Yes. So all we need to do to connect power up to here is just run this way and connect up right there. And that'll be all good to go. And then, of course, later on we can have gravity batteries coming off of this cliff face. Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed at how fast they were able to take care of all this. And we could use another engine or two. They didn't build, really? I didn't tell them to build one there? Alright, that's fine. We'll get that all fixed up. Just pre-mark those as low priority jobs. That should take care of most of our stuff. Once this is all finished, then we are going to build over here our wood workshop and all of that. But, in order to actually use that, we have to have pine trees. Remember? Because pine trees actually are harvestable. And I planted all oak trees, which is kind of a problem for that, isn't it? I'm going to have to build another forester somewhere. Where in the world can I get away with that? Because this is all going to be kind of a problem, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me. We need a dam over here to hold some of this water back. So let's go ahead and do that. Just very simple, like that. Put in a staircase here so they can accomplish that. That's all good. They'll get to that eventually, because once this fills up, this is going to spill over here, just like it's spilling over here. And of course, eventually we're going to want to dam this as well. Maybe put in some other sort of a power thing over there. Oh, now I gotta get this one hooked up. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Because I think I might have to completely redo this entire staircase the way this is set up, unless we just feel like being completely extra here. Yeah, if I did that. Oh, that would be really stupid. Let's do that. Let's do that. This is really dumb. This is really dumb. There's no reason for this to be like this. But who said it had to be pretty? It just has to work, right? That is the overall goal here. Alright, we're going to have to put in... That's too low. We're going to have to put in an actual access to this for us to actually be able to build it. But they should be able to construct it just like so. And of course, once that's in place, then they can start cutting these trees down. This should be the very first one. And it is. And then they can come up here and put those in place. And then once these are built, then I can put in the third water wheel. And hopefully these all rotate nicely. We'll see. The offset's going to be a little weird because this is only a 5-wide outlet. Well, I guess we could make this come out over here. Might be okay. We'll see. Hopefully the volume of water coming out is high enough where that's not really that much of a concern. Okay, now this is dry. Well, we have tons of water. We can just dump some. That's a-okay. And the only thing we haven't built is the coffee brewery because we haven't finished this giant construction project yet. But once that's done, get everything figured out. I just need to figure out a place to put some pine trees to harvest the sap from. This area shouldn't ever really dry out, I don't think. So why don't we just plant all of our pine trees over here? See if I can get... Actually, this is perfect right there, and we could even plant some other things right here, but we'll go ahead and turn all of that into plantable space. I need to unplant here because I did forget that we have to have a tapper shack. That has to go somewhere over here as well. And he can still reach everything if he's here? Yes. Yeah, I think that'll be okay like that. And the pine resin, I think... Yeah, the pine... Wait, what was this other thing I didn't take a look at? Oh, that's just coffee. Has to have storage for all the pine resin. And did one of these empty corn, eggplants, algae rations, and okay, no. Gears, canola seeds. Well, that's not going to have anything in it. I guess what we'll do right now, I don't want to build anything else in a space where it can't really go, but... Oh, no, that's going to obstruct. Darn it. I just need to have somewhere to put this. Yeah, that'll be okay. This could just be pine resin right there. There we go. All right, so this colossal, ugly disaster over here actually is doing a lot better than I thought it would. They finished that, which is good. And now I can put in the third large water wheel. That'll all connect. That is a little ugly, but, you know, that's fine. And then we can't forget to come over here. Oh, drought's over, just in time. Hey, they even finished this. Awesome. So we can watch this in real time. Fill up. And then meet its little wall right here. And still contain a whole lot of water back here if we have to pump it out later. Which I guess we'll have to figure out how that works. Make sure we pause that. That will fill all the way up, which it is. And then it will spill over the top here. And then also come over here. So we should see this actually come out this side first because this is raised to 1.5 height units. Should spill over any moment now. And there it goes. Fill up that pool, which will hopefully not dry out too much. Then come out the side here. Fill up this channel and then have a nice little reservoir that will irrigate these crops and come out here. And without the rest of this coming out this side, this is probably going to overflow. So we also need to make our way over here to dam this off. Because now the water is never going to come out if it's at 1.5. But if we go down to 1, there we go. Look at that. Very slowly and poorly. Oh, it stopped. Okay. Well, at some point this was supposed to actually turn. Boy, look how fast that water's going. Well, let's hope this middle one is better. This will turn with enough force coming out. We can also unlink these to try and force water out the side right next to it. Which it doesn't particularly seem to care about, does it? Interesting problem. Oh well. We'll mess with it. But I know I can do this and then come back out the bottom. Have this whole thing connected. So that's what we'll do here. Unlock the high power shaft. Plug that baby in right there. And then I think this probably only has to be a 3-way. Yeah. We're going to have to make sure we're careful with how this gets built, or else we're going to get beavers trapped again. They really can't reach this? Seriously? That's annoying. That means we'll have to extend this one more. Hey, at least this one's rotating. Rotating very slowly. Yeah, having this blocked off will help. We just have to get up there. Yeah, we'll just have to, Oh, they've already halfway built this. Alright, well then, forget it. I won't pause it. We'll just have to come back this way. Well, this won't be a problem for too much longer, because the drought's going to be over in 3 days. But I'll just stick this right across here. It shouldn't end up being very much of a problem at all once this is actually able to be properly removed. But it is technically generating power. We just don't have everything completely hooked up the right way here. And they need planks, huh? Well, these are all connected at least. Alright, the time is now. Let's go ahead and plop this here. Did we get our... Yes. We did in fact get our pines. We have our tapper shack. These are not marked for cutting, so they will be harvested. I don't think we're going to get enough water put in here to refill all of this on a minimum length temperate cycle. Really is a shame. But what can you do? Yeah, this is going to take a while to get over here. They got all sorts of stuff to take care of. But hey, our row houses are in fact occupied. And we can fill in a couple of these other little bits and pieces here. Yeah, they should be able to do both these. Waiting on planks so badly. What else is in front of this for planks? I'm going to go ahead and unpause all of these. Just make sure they're nice and full before it gets to be too bad here. Because we are at least... Oh yeah, we're at least another 10, 15-ish days away from having any amount of pine resin. So I think what we'll do instead... Oh, I don't have enough metal blocks anyway. I guess we could just go ahead and build the wood workshop. It's not gonna really harm anything to have that done. Hopefully that works. Alright, now he is outside the range of all of this, so let's move him. Yeah, we'll move him over here. Those trees are already marked. Alright, so I'll be an adult and admit that this did not work out the way that I thought it was going to. And I was kind of hoping that this would, Oh. Yeah, see, these are turning okay now. Not as much as they should, but I'm going to just stop that because the drought... Oh, 26 days. Perfect. That's going to That's going to be fun. Well, we do have water trapped here that will definitely evaporate. And this needs to be shut off as well. But having water up here is nice, and having a little bit that we can emergency release from here when it comes down to it is also going to be a very, very nice thing to have. Man, they built this quick, despite not having any any sap to work with. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get that stuff taken care of, but I think we're gonna be fine. We have 4,000 food now. So if anything, the water needs to be probably a little bit bigger focus. I am intending eventually to have this whole thing connect up through here in a straight line instead of having to go all the way over the place and take care of everything else. So water supply should not be an issue. Should be able to fill tanks. I don't think we need to really build any more because we have so much water to be pumping from, and these tanks aren't full already. Just need to make sure our beavers are on top of it when it comes to taking care of everything else. Yeah, we're not going to have time to get through all of this rest of this drought, but we will be putting ourselves in a good position for the future. Hopefully getting... Well, I don't know. We probably aren't going to get any sap by the end of this. Maybe. Depends on if these trees want to grow any... Oh, this one's at 54%. Okay, so we might actually get sap from this one. There's a couple of these that are about half grown. So that's going to be another 6 days, another 13 days. I don't know, we might get there. Just might. But I'm glad this is at least kind of done. It was going to be a little awkward if we weren't able to pull that off. But we'll get this hooked up. And then we can think about putting the gravity batteries over here. It's too bad we can't have them go over the side, but that is kind of cheaty, I think. We actually don't even have them unlocked, but we could. They just take metal that we're not exactly making that fast. Our poor coffee brewery can't be built until we have the anything happening here. That's too bad. But we have filled up all of our slots in our row house, which I guess is some sort of achievement in and of itself. Alright, let's hook that up. And then once that's done, I really hope this goes through these residential buildings still. If not, then that's going to be a pain. We're going to have to figure out how to make some other sort of power staircase over here. Ah, that's beautiful. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see it. So now we have the ability to figure out how far out we want to build this to have our stuff taken care of here. Because we do have the ability to dynamite this area right here. We have... Okay, well 30 is not that much, but I was thinking if we had this set up maybe right here, we'd have to use a lot of planks, but we could get this built up. And then on top of that again, because right here, if we had the gravity batteries come off of this side, then, I don't know, we wouldn't get a ton. It would be better than nothing, at the very least. That'd be 2, because we're going to end up taking all of this out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7 if we come to the corner here. Which, let's be honest, is probably more than enough. We're just not in a position to really mess with that too much. all the way down here. We don't have enough metal. We do have most of the rest of it. Let's focus right now on dynamiting all of this stuff. We'll just get this set up right here. Go ahead and might as well just do this entire front face. So why not? I think we're going to have to do this kind of in segments, at least for this first layer. The other one they can place from below, I'm pretty sure. So that'll end up being fine. Come back along the back side. Of course, this has to be removed. What kind of tree is this? Pine? Okay, don't care. As long as they can reach that, I think we'll be okay. Let's see, what other well-being stuff have we not messed with? We do have a campfire. We have the one there. We have rooftop terraces. We have our healer is healing, making medicine. And there are medical beds. We probably could use more than 2 at this point. I imagine that's probably something they would appreciate. Showers can't really be used when this is dry. We could dynamite that, actually. And have some sort of something that's actually, you know, beneficial over here. Let's see, we have a Lido that we can't really use. Shrine, I actually don't know if we have a shrine built anywhere. So let's see, where can I put one of these? Oh, here's a good spot. So we got one there. This also might work. Carousels we can't even think about yet. Well, we are full up on these different types of food. I guess that is fine. Alright, let's blow this up. Stereo. Alright, and then set that off. And then I think we can start putting in gravity batteries, unless we wanted to do here too. Yeah, that's actually probably smart. Just obliterate all of this. Why not? Which means we're going to have to turn these back on. Alright, how are our trees looking? How close is this one? 92%? I like that. Like to see that. Water level up here is still looking okay. Oh, I can actually connect this now. So then they can build all of these dam pieces right here, and then we can regulate flow out of this side by keeping this one below 1.5. And it's already below 1.5, so I guess we'll just leave it set at 1. That's fine. Oh, if I could have a straw of one of these things sticking through here, I don't think I could actually make that happen. Yeah, I can't build on top of that. That's too bad, because that goes way deep. Well, we could, of course, just blast this down here. It's actually not a bad idea. Just blast that all the way down until it meets up with everything else. So make sure none of this is drying out, which it's not. Okay, but these trees are drying out. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Well, now I gotta solve this problem. Oh, am I gonna have to put in... I am, aren't I? I'm gonna have to put in a levee. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put in a levee here for our, for our Lido. Oh, no. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that. We'll do one dam piece, and then we'll put in a water dump right here so we can keep this filled up. Well, that's alright. Alright, Tapper Shack dude. It is time for you to go forth and, well, in 7 days, start collecting from the trees, so count your time. 7% of the way through a 7-day sap growing period. Alright, this is ready to go. I like that new sound. That's fun. Alright, take care of that. This can now connect here. So what we'll need to do, this is all going to be, what do you call these things? Gravity batteries? Yeah, long day. That's all going to be gravity batteries. So we'll need to have power coming in. I didn't really think this through, did I? Alright, well this is going to be the most ridiculous nonsense, I guess. Let's see, that's 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we have time for this to be some sort of weird thing here. I think. Oh man, I did not think this through at all. Well, I'm not entering a beauty contest, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I do need to make sure that they can actually, you know, get to this stuff. Maybe the better option would just be to tunnel underneath this. Instead of having all this. Yeah, let's just do that. That just seems like so much better of an idea. Just to blow all that up. That was satisfying. There we go. Let's get that. Oh, they can't reach that one? How about now? How about now? There we go. Okay, now that can go there. This can go here. Then that can go there, and then that can do that. That's a little less insane, don't you think? Actually, I have another insane idea. Somewhere, someone is screaming at their computer about how I'm doing this wrong. If that is you, I want you to know that I love you, and that help is available. You don't have to live like this. In all seriousness, though, I recognize this is really insane. But that's the way it goes. Alright, I think we can put this one in place here, start storing power, and then see where that takes us. Now that that's all taken care of. Good, 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 good. They put that there. This guy is finished. That's looking nice. Maybe if we feel particularly dangerous, I can put in a little hole down here. I wonder if this actually reaches. Let's, okay, so it's going to need to be here. I think, to maximize our accessibility there. Okay, well that's still okay to put that there. Alright. So we're actually a little closer to this than I thought. That's good to see. Alright. This just has to be finished. And there we go. It has a total capacity of 12,000. Soon to be, I believe, 14 once these are all put in place. And then we can just keep, you know, blasting this whole area down because we'll have access to all of it once it's leveled out. That should work quite nicely. Let's actually put this in single time speed for this. That was satisfying. Oh, it's 16,000. Okay. So that is fully charged. I'm not going to get caught with my pants down again. Let's turn this back on. Well, we have enough water. We can just turn all these back on, honestly. And probably leave them on. Not really have to worry about wasting any. Alright, and that is looking okay. This is obviously waste now. So we'll pause that but we are close. We are close. Some of these are over halfway toward having the sap, which is very nice indeed. We've got plenty of beaver incubation occurring. This is dispensing as it should. Do I have enough to build another couple of these gravity batteries? I probably. We also don't really need these because we have our engines right here. But once this is all running, we might actually. Yeah, once this is all up and going, then I think we're going to be actually wanting that. So let's go ahead and build our printing press. We have the resources for it. I'll put that right there, and then we almost have all the resources for it. I'm sorry, I did not realize we didn't have 50 planks, but we will soon. And then our beavers will be able to read some books and enjoy some wholesome quality time in their downtime. Which I think we're going to want to... I actually don't know where I'm going to put. Maybe I'll just put little book repositories in different spots on the map. That might be nice. Like right here. Just for books. If I can find another spot that's not a super inconvenient place. Nope, we already have a shrine there. Alright, maybe we'll just do the one for now. We don't have a ton of beavers right now. Alright, back to triple speed we go. We are starting to run out of time, but I did want to make sure a couple things were taken care of. I really wanted us to have some pine resin. So I probably should have actually gone back to triple speed before. But we're doing A-okay. Everything is looking nice. If we could just get a couple more of these quality of life things, that would be even better. Monuments, I guess. Yeah, we have the wood to make a labor monument, so where would be a good spot to put this? Right here probably isn't bad. Would probably want to put it on top of a building, though. They're all going to have to go through this. They also all have to go through here, more or less. Or do I want to put that there? It's not the worst spot for something. But all the beavers pretty much guaranteed do have to go through this part of the map. So if we did that right there, that wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I don't want a 2x2, I want a 1x2. Then we can start putting in different aesthetics for other things, wherever it might be convenient. Like right here in the center. Can put in... Okay, that's too much metal to be spending on something like that, but we can put it a little 1x1. That's fine. So that way every beaver every day will pass through that square. Guaranteed, because that's, well... Okay, not every beaver, because we have some over here. Oh, I should have thought about that before I put this in. Because then I could have put other stuff here. Alright, how close are we to pine resin? Okay, we're getting there. A couple more days. At least we can use our Lidos now. Okay, how's the rest of this looking? They're submerged. That's good. Our coffee bushes have been dutifully waiting. Except they can't be built because, or the coffee brewery can't be built because we don't have anything coming out of the wood workshop because we don't have any resin. And this is waiting on 2 more metal blocks, is it? Alright, that's just about done. I guess he's not going to start another one because... What a name. Chud Haggis. Or is that Chudagus? I don't know. I don't speak beaver. These guys do. Oh, look, he's a happy beaver. He's got 20 well-being. He's got a plus 60% to working speed, 15% to movement speed, and 40% to life expectancy. Nice. Well, happy beavers can make some more metal for us so we can finish building our printing press. Does that sound like a plan? There we go. Alright, get this thing finished up. We'll send somebody to work here making books. There we go. Very nice. Now they can start making books out of all this paper we're making. Food-wise, we're still looking A-okay. Yep, this is turning out quite well. And most of this water is gone except this little bit right here. Another 12.5 days. This should stick around. I think that's going to end up being all right. This being dammed up really helps this. Alright, what else? What else can and should we accomplish besides waiting for our wood workshop to actually have access to stuff? 21 well-being. Alright. 98%. We're getting there. We're very close, folks. It'll be this next day. We'll finally get some pine resin. We can hopefully start making the treated planks. And then we'll have coffee next time around. There we go. Now this guy can come to work and start harvesting, and it looks like he has. And he's putting them in storage. And then they should immediately be coming to take it away to put in our thing right here. Yeah, looks like that's all good to go. So we can unpause construction on the coffee brewery. And our one treated plank should, yep, there it is, should be going in there. Now this is going to take a while for all of this to actually, you know, get up to the point where this is a viable thing to be using here. But we did begin the process. Wow, we do have our labor monument. Was it 3,000 to get to the... Oh, this is a new one, the Flame of Unity. That's right, because they redid all the monuments. The Flame of Unity replaces the Flame of Progress, I believe. And then the Tribute to Ingenuity is, I think, slightly redesigned, but it still has the same requirements to build it. So for now, this guy is doing his job, keeping people inspired. By people, I mean beavers. You get what I'm getting at. Yep, this is all looking, well, it doesn't look beautiful, I'll tell you that, but it is looking good in the sense of functioning appropriately. You have plenty of water. We probably should try to expand this, keep working toward different things. So I guess we can just keep on building this all the way out. That will just come all the way out here. It's going to take a very long time to build, so we're not going to worry about it right now. But there you have it, folks. Probably about as good of a spot to end today as any other. We did finally get this built. It's not perfect. I'm not completely sold on the design, and we might end up replacing these 2 levees with another double floodgate to make sure we have water flowing through this guy as well. But now that we have our dam pieces here, all of the water should be forced to come out this side, and it should turn these wheels pretty nicely. And as we start having more and more demand on our power, then the engines won't have to worry about keeping up, because there will be these water wheels and also gravity batteries to store in the event, well, the very likely and guaranteed event that these water wheels stop turning during droughts. Because there's probably a lot more we need to be doing in the way of, you know, actual industrial lumber mills and gear workshops if we want to truly get into some stuff in the later game. So we'll have to keep going on that. Probably build some stilts over here to put in a couple more of these guys. But I think we can be pretty happy with where we are right now, about halfway through this drought at the end of day 22 to cycle 16. Got some good stuff done today, so I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoy these. As always, comment section's open. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, want to roast me for doing something wrong or not doing something the way you would have done it, I am all ears. I am surprisingly not as good at the game as a lot of people who watch, which is interesting. I think in the live stream, a couple people said they had over 2,000 hours in the game, which is astounding because I have somewhere between 200 and 250, and I've made hundreds of videos on this game. So that's just mind-blowing that people have that much time in there. Anyway, all that to say, I don't know everything, and that's fine. So if you have any ideas about things that could be improved, please do not hesitate. Drop them below. I read every comment. Can't always respond to everybody, but I do read them, and I appreciate you being here, even if you don't comment. But that being said, that is all the time we got for today. Hope whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, you have a fun and a safe time, and we will look forward to seeing you back in the next video. Got another Ostrich one tomorrow, and then Timberborn again on Thursday, and we'll see where the rest of the week takes us. Got lots of fun stuff in store. Hope you'll be around for it. Well, I'll be here either way. So next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.